Missouri's public school funding formula is headed for a major overhaul. A 16-member task force appointed by Governor Mike Kehoe is set to begin the process of modernizing the state's K-12 foundation formula. ABC 17's Mitchell Kaminsky joins us in studio tonight after talking with two of the people appointed to that task force. Mitchell, this is a major source of funding for public schools, and it's been nearly 20 years since the state's foundation formula was updated.
Yeah, Lucas, Missouri's current school funding formula was last updated in 2005. Now a mix of lawmakers, educators, business leaders, and nonprofits review how the state distributes money to public schools.
Sometimes when we're, as the show me state, I think we have a tendency to enact incremental change. This is not a time for incremental change.
The Missouri School Funding Modernization Task Force, created by Governor Mike Kehoe, will spend the next 18 months evaluating and updating the state's foundation formula, the core system that determines how state dollars flow to districts. It's a formula that many say is long overdue for change.
Out of the 500 and some schools that we have, 2.5 and 2/3 of them are not truly on formula because of being hold-on with smaller or large districts. And so it's time for a rewrite.
Representative Ed Lewis is one of 4 members of the General Assembly appointed to the task force. Among those joining him is Noah Devine, the executive director of the Missouri Charter Public School Association. Devine says rewriting the formula won't be easy, from resistance to change to finite dollars and the need for accountability.
One major challenge is change is very hard. Change is just hard. You have something you've been doing for 20 years, and it will be very hard to change it. And I hope we can surface that in these discussions. What states are doing great things on funding, making sure money follows the kid, making sure money gets to the classroom.
State lawmakers spent more than $8 billion for K-12 education. The House and Senate agreed to keep the Senate's $300 million increase to the funding formula, though Governor Kehoe and other Republicans are pushing for changes that the new task force is hoping to address.
Even with the inflow of cash that we have had at the state and the federal level, I think it is reasonable to suspect that we need to be judicious with our monies. And to be fair, we're not where we need to be as a state academically.
Mark Jones of the Missouri National Education Association tells me that this is a collection of lobbyists and politicians focused on top-down mandates rather than trusting local educators and school boards. The task force is going to hold its first meeting on June 2nd and is expected to deliver a final report by December of 2026.
Mitchell, thank you. In a news release today, Governor Kehoe says this task force is about modernizing the state's funding model so it rewards outcomes, encourages innovation, and ensures fairness for Missouri students.